way down, right
Well,
down.
first and foremost, let me say thank you for having me on. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome. And I gotta say that after all those videos of, you asking, are you a creek geek? Yeah, I thought, you know what, let's have Brian on.
I guess you finally decided.
Yeah, so welcome. Well, first of all, welcome to the show. And for those in the chat who are not familiar, can you just a couple sentences who you are and what you do, and just a little introduction, if you don't mind.
Well, my name is Brian. I am Creek Geek, and if you're a return person, welcome back. I'm being goofy. No, I've been metal detecting. She's pushing 20 years now. I enjoy bottle hunting, looking for native artifacts, and I love being outside and outdoors and just doing outdoorsy stuff. And that is, to me, being a Creek Geek is just just loving being outdoors and just being out there doing your thing.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, like I said earlier, your YouTube channel, I have that as a pinned comment. So for everyone watching, please, please, I don't think you want to go there now because we're chatting, but
Right.
perhaps after the stream finishes, you can go and check out Brian's channel. That would be great. Now,
I appreciate that.
your YouTube channel, I usually read the bios when I have a guest on, and I'm just going to read your bio on your YouTube channel. It says that you are originally from southern New Jersey, currently live in Pennsylvania. I have been enjoying nature for as long as I can remember. And then you said when you were a kid, your uncle used to call you Nature Boy.
Yep, that about sums it up.
Metal detecting since 2007 and native artifact hunting since 2020. I started this channel for my love of nature and finding treasures, which is what you do. You do find lots of treasures. If you don't mind, let's talk about the creek exploring first, if you don't mind.
Okay, not at all.
Okay. Now, what got you started in like going into the creeks?
I don't. I started watching videos where guys out in like I guess like Missouri out in the Midwest were just walking in the creeks, and they would just look down and there'd be like a perfect arrowhead just sitting in the creek, and I'm like, is that a thing? I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try that around here and see what happens. And I started exploring creeks, and then all of a sudden I started finding stuff, and then Creek Geek was born.
What does a person need any equipment or anything to get started in like detecting or not detecting the creeks, but like creek exploring?
I mainly a pair of hip waders is probably the best purchase you can have. Hip waders for the
Mhm.
colder months, and then
Mhm.
maybe a nice pair of water shoes. And
Mm.
you basically just gotta, train your eye for what it is you're looking for.
Mm.
Like if you're looking for native stuff, you want to find out what materials they would make tools out of, and
Mm.
train your eye to look for that specific rock or anything like that. And just then, and marbles and stuff like that too. I find all kinds of crazy stuff in the creeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Like, are you? So would this be in the walls of the creek, like the embankment, or in the creek, or?
I have a main spot. Now I have a few little spots, but there's a main spot where I find everything from native stuff to coins to marbles,
Wow.
bottles, and some of the stuff is in the banks. Some of the stuff's mixed in the rocks, and sometimes you want to wait till after a big flood, a big storm rolls through, and
Hmm.
it just turns everything up. And what happens a lot of times is not only will it you'll see stuff on the surface in the creek, but it dumps into the river, and then there's like a spot in the river where all the stuff's just
Oh,
spread out for you to find. It's amazing. It
yeah.
is absolutely amazing.
Because you said it when you first started this, you have to develop an eye. What are you looking for? Are you looking for different colors, or like what are you looking for?
Colors, shapes, anything that like stands out, maybe like a sharp angle or designs.
Hmm.
Just personally, I'm usually looking for anything black or gray are the top two colors that I'm looking for, because I know around here they the natives would use quartzite, which is typically a gray color, and if it's been sitting in there for a while, it'll turn black.
Hmm. Okay. All right.
Well, here I'll give you an example since we're talking about it right now.
Yes.
Now, mind you, there's a little story behind this one. So
There's always a story.
I was so excited with this that I had the camera on me. I could not believe that I even found it. Now I was doing research and looking at maps and trying to come up with an idea, because what I found is where two sources of water meet is a good spot to look for artifacts. So I saw it on the map, found my way there. I'm wandering around for a couple hours, nothing. And on my way out, I looked down. I thought maybe it was a leaf, but I picked it up anyway. And it turned out to be this piece here. And this looks, see how it looks gray? That's
Wow.
quartzite. When I found it, it was black.
Is that like a spear tip or something?
Yes, that is a spear.
Wow. Let me put you on here. Let me put you on. There you go. Wow.
That's my best. I have not topped that one.
Wow.
I really wish I videoed it, but like I said, I could not believe it.
But you said you videoed your face? Did you have that?
I didn't video anything. I just took a picture.
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe we like could at least see your reaction.
I like it to be organic though. When I find stuff, I don't like to be that person that picks it up like, oh, I don't like to put it back down. I don't like to do that.
That
takes away from it a little bit.
Yeah, show us. You're on full screen here. Show us that spear tip again. But can you put it horizontally? Yeah, a little higher. Oh, beautiful. That's pretty nice. Now, any idea like how old that is?
Different books you read and different places you research say different things. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe 3,000 to 5,000 years old, somewhere in that range, probably. I know it's the archaic period. That's all I know. I don't know the exact details, but it's
3,000 to 5,000.
That's been beaten around in the river for a long time. Yeah.
Wow, and it didn't break.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow. Crazy. That's actually crazy. Holy smokes.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I'm blessed in some way, because sometimes you ever have that happen when you're out looking for stuff and just all of a sudden you find something that you'd never expect to find in a million years. Like that's happened to me multiple times.
Now, I find that when I'm not really looking for something is when something just pops up.
That does happen sometimes too. I've had that happen too.
Yeah, and I got to say, I think I have put the item back down once, but I did say that I'm recreating the finding of the artifact or coin. I did do that one. I can't remember what it was, but no, I understand what you're saying. The raw emotion, and too bad you didn't get it that time, but the raw emotion of finding something. You know what? You cannot fake raw emotion. I don't care how good of an actor you think you are. You cannot fake that stuff. Cannot.
I'm gonna say, watch the one where I find the axe head. I'm about to cry. It's a little embarrassing, but I get worked up sometimes when it's something that epic, like that I've been looking for a while. It just takes over, you know. What
kind of cameras or filming equipment do you have when you're out there?
I'm a GoPro guy. Now I have mixed emotions about GoPro, because they always have like little quirky things about them. Like sometimes they shut off randomly.
Yeah.
I had a 7 silver I was using, and I just upgraded to an 11, a black 11. So.
Do you wear a specific mount? Like, do you do the thing on your head, or how do you?
Yeah, it's annoying because it weighs me down. But yeah, I have a clip right here on the hat.
Yeah.
And it kind of does one of these numbers right on my glasses. It's not enjoyable, but I like that view. I feel like on the chest, I feel like sometimes your hands get in the way. Things are more accurate.
Yeah, I think the hat view. I've dabbled with it a few times. I just can't perfect it, but there are some people that have really perfected the hat view. I think that's the best view, because I mean, your camera's gonna go exactly where your eyes go, and it's like we're the ones that are finding the artifact.
Right. But you're like a first person view sort of thing.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. So that's what you use.
Now, I will say it has bit me in the butt a few times where I didn't have the angle right. And then I took the whole video, and the whole video is me talking about something, and you kind of just see the top of my hands.
Yeah.
So
and you know what? Yeah. And you make such a great find, and then you're all excited, and you go home, you start like looking at the
Yep.
footage, and then it's like, holy smokes, like you cut it or something, or oh yeah, I hate that. I really hate that. Hate it. I hate it. Really hate it. But you know what? That happens because otherwise you have to lug a camera on a tripod, and I don't think that would work for somebody in a creek.
Well, that's why I gotta say I gotta kind of give a shout out to the Green Mountain detecting. Like the way he does the camera work is insane. I don't know how many cameras and stuff that guy brings with him, but it's got all the different
Yeah.
angles. I would love to do that, but I feel like it's a little too much to lug around with me.
I think Brad has 3 cameras. And he's recently, I guess within the last year, he's added a GoPro to the strap on his backpack. And then he has 2 other cameras that like expensive cameras that he uses. But I tell you, I'd hate to lose like a $500 camera because it fell off its mount or something like that.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I did it by accident or something.
Then you would totally see
Oh
me
my
crying.
gosh.
Totally see me crying. What is the most common thing that you find in the creek?
Oh, geez. And the most common thing I find in the creek,
Yeah.
just rusty junk, like nails and stuff like that, and tires, and just because my main creek I go to, I guess it used to be like next to a dump area, I guess, where
Oh,
they dumped car parts and things like that. So it's a
yeah.
lot of car junk
Yeah.
usually,
Mm-hmm.
and old junky
Yeah.
cans, rusty stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Now I would imagine that, like you said earlier, the creek that you can keep going to the same creek because it changes after the rain or whatever.
It's funny, you wouldn't realize how much things move around, and unless you have a spot like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
after a big storm and flooding, you can just go back to the same spot, and
Yeah.
there's new stuff just refreshed every time you go back.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I
The
want
best
to.
though,
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I
Go
say the
ahead.
best though is after winter time. For whatever reason, all the flooding and
Uh,
craziness with the snow and everything, you come
yeah.
back in the spring, and it is just there's stuff everywhere.
Now, do the streams that you said you had waders? Is it like sometimes is it really deep? Like, have you ever gone like under the water to get something or?
I've
You're
never
like-
had to go that deep. There are a few spots where you got to be, where it's close to going over the hip waders, but typically you don't want to really hunt in there anyway. Because if you make a wrong step or and trying to get something in there, now I'll
Yeah.
walk through it and like look, and if I see anything, then
Yeah.
But I haven't spotted anything that deep yet to really jump on it yet.
I would imagine, yeah. If water gets in your waders, you're kind of up the creek without a paddle.
Now, granted, there is a spot along the river where there's an ancient Native American fish weir. I think I've told you about this before, but it's where they form like a triangle
Yeah.
where like they filter the eels. Well, it's built up by rocks. There's a
Mhm.
spot like that in the river. I actually want to kayak out there in the summertime
Ah.
and like swim down and look for stuff with like
Ah.
snorkels, like a snorkel
Yeah.
and some
Yeah.
goggles. I think that'd
Yeah.
be a cool video to do.
That would really be cool. That would really be cool. Have you ever come across while you were detecting the creek? You ever come across another person doing the same thing that you were doing?
I can't say I have.
Oh,
No.
really?
No,
That's
I
a
have not.
that's a good thing for
I'm
you.
pretty secretive with my locations.
Oh,
I never
really?
ran into anybody.
Really? Do you have some stuff handy there that you can show us some of your maybe your cool creek finds that you can show us, and I'll put you on the main camera.
Okay. Well, this one was last year. It was actually at a metal detecting event. Come out swinging. I don't know if anybody's familiar with it. I'd imagine some of you are.
I think Brooklyn treasure hunter Anthony said that he detected with you at Come Out Swinging.
Yeah, he's been at a couple of them, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So I was at a spot and I was just metal detecting, and I noticed a creek. So of course, me being creek geek, you gotta go down the creek.
Yeah.
So I went down in there. I wasn't getting any signals. I wasn't really finding anything. And I looked down and I saw something white kind of in the distance, and I kind of had a suspicion of what it was. So I started recording. And
Yeah.
that's what was
Oh,
there. If you guys can see that.
wow. Can you lift it up a little bit more so that's kind of, yeah, beard. Yeah, perfect. Wow.
That is quartz right there. That's milky quartz.
Oh my gosh. Is that an arrow tip?
It's an arrowhead.
Arrow.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. That's real. What does your research tell you how old that is? I know that could be hard. That could be
I
hard.
honestly, I have no idea. Like, I mean, you can kind of guess based upon the shape of what the type might be, but I'm honestly, with this particular one, I have no idea. I'm
Wow,
just
that's crazy.
thankful that I stumbled across
and it's
it.
got a beautiful tip. Can you pop it up there again? It's got a beautiful tip on it, and you know
Yeah,
what?
this one's like flawless. It's like he dropped it right after he made it.
Yeah, it kills me that these things are like moving around in the creek, hitting stones or whatever, and it looks like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look at that tip. Yeah, that'll still kill today. Yeah.
Frederick Romano says, I was there. Oh, I can't put it up on. Let me put that. There you go. Frederick Romano says, I was there when you found that, Brian. Oh, was he the person that walked by it? Was that Frederick?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure who it was. Somebody commented about they were down in that same creek.
Oh,
but yeah. I showed it to everybody. Everybody saw that. Yeah,
I would hope so.
Wow. I only found a button that day, but that arrowhead was the find of the day for me.
Mm-hmm. Wow, craziness. My
what
goodness.
I want to do is my main spot. I really want to get my because I think I told you I just got the knock the triple score. I want to take that down in the creek and see what I can find with that.
That is actually a great segue into let's talk metal detecting. If you don't mind, how did you get involved? How did you get involved in metal detecting? Because it sounds like that came before the creek walking. So tell us a little about how you got into it.
Well, let's start in the beginning. I've always had an interest in coins. So that's what kind of sparked it. And my grandmother growing up, she had like a stash of silver coins. She showed me one day, and I thought they were the coolest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, we were at this auction in New Jersey. It's called the Berlin Auction, and there's a coin guy who sells coins.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm checking out the coins, like, these are so awesome. I'm like, where do these even come from? And he's like, oh, sometimes they're in old furniture, and then there's people that they go out with metal detectors and they find them in the dirt. And I'm like, really? And then shortly after, I bought my first metal detector.
What was that? The first one?
My first was a bounty. It was a bounty hunter for sure. I think it's called a bounty hunter, treasure hunter, or gold something.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people start out with the bounty hunters.
Yep.
I think I don't know why, but yeah, I did too. So there you go.
Here's the thing, though. I'd say maybe 6 months. 6 months after that, I upgraded to I think I had a Garrett East 250.
Mm-hmm.
Then I jumped right in the mine lab.
Mm-hmm.
And I was mine lab for a while, and then Nocta took over. So now I'm a Nocta guy.
So yeah, I've seen in your posts and in your videos as well that you are currently swinging the Nocta triple score. What do you think about that initially? Like, what have you found a difference between what you've been using? What have you got to say about the Nocta triple score?
Typically, when I first get a metal detector, I'm a little intimidated because you don't really know what to expect out of a metal detector. I will say with this, it's not. There's a time frame where you're really trying to feel things out.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. And you're not finding much.
Mm-hmm.
I've already found my first silver coin with this thing, a 1700s coin with it, and I just got it. Like November, I think. November, I just got it, and I think I was on one of your things in Facebook, and I was asking about the triple score, and somebody commented how they put the small coil on and they couldn't take it off.
Yes,
that's where I'm at right now. I put it on, I cannot take the thing off.
Yes,
yourself with it.
The what is it? I guess it would be the SC24.
Okay.
Yeah, that I have, like, every Nocta detector that I have. I put the 24 coil on it, and I've never taken it off except when I'm in a wide open field. I do put on the standard coil that comes with the LG30 or the SC30, whatever. But I don't think you're going to, and especially where you detect in the creeks, I think that's the best coil for that.
I'm telling you, I had it in the farm field. That's where I found a 1700s coin.
Wow.
I've had it in the woods, in the wintertime over leaves and everything, and I'm finding all kinds of stuff in there. I just found like a silver ring and all kinds of stuff in the woods.
Wow.
I mean, I've had it everywhere, and it just the small coil, it just amazing to me. The depth, the sensitivity, the separation. It's yeah. I don't know. I don't know that I want to take it off.
Don't change your mojo at all. Don't do anything to affect it. Hey, David Frazier says, welcome to the 1700s Club.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Now, I've actually been a member of the 1700s Club, but it's my first 1700s coin with the Nocta.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. We silver my first 1700s with the Nocta. I've never found a silver 1700s coin, but I've got a few coppers under my belt.
Yeah. Oh, right on. What is your metal detecting, the best find you've ever made metal detecting? Doesn't matter if you made it a long time ago, you made it recent. What would you say is, because people are going to ask, what's your best find?
Can I do like a top couple?
Sure. Sure.
It's hard to just pick just one.
Sure.
I'm gonna kind of spoil it right here and say most of them are coins.
Okay.
My top three right now, an 1805 draped bust quarter, which the homeowner kept. So my heart, the detail on this thing was like freaking mind blowing. I easily over $1,000 worth of coin right there.
Get out.
Yeah, and I mean the homeowner kept it. I get it; it's your property, but I mean she told us we could keep anything we found.
Wow.
But I think she saw that and kind of like whoa. That was the end of that.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then at another, again, come out swinging event, I found an 1801 draped bust dime.
Oh.
And that blew my mind too. That was another one. And then here's one before I actually had a channel.
Before you had a channel.
Before I even had a channel, I found this one in New Jersey.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Oh, is that a large cent?
That's a Liberty Cap large cent, 1794.
Wow.
I honestly don't know that I could find another one in
Spin it around. Spin it around. Oh my God, that's beautiful on that side.
The back end's not as nice.
Yeah, that's usually the way it is.
Back end's the side that was like getting all the corrosion.
Yeah.
As you can see the details, but I'm afraid to do anything to it. So this is the way I dug it.
What have you done to it? Like, do you brush it off or toothpick or anything like that?
I haven't. I like maybe with my fingers, like got the dirt off and then put it in the capsule, and it's been in the capsule ever since.
That is absolutely. When you tilt it, you can see the crown. That's beautiful.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's craziness.
That was one of those moments. I stopped and I was like looking in the bushes, like waiting to see like a friend, like, I got you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had no freaking, like I would never in a million, this was in the middle of a walking path that I had walked down like a bajillion times and a bajillion other people did. And it just, 3-4 inches under the ground and bam.
Yeah. Those, you know what? Those walking paths and like that today are just like trails in the woods or whatever. There's some amazing stuff in those walking paths.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Crazy.
I was really shocked. All right, you ready for the next one? This is I guess this is my
Let me
fourth.
hang on here. Hang on. I want to say welcome to Sweet Digs. Hopefully we will be detecting soon. I know we both have like life stuff going on, but hopefully we'll be out there. So right on. All right, you're up on the screen. Show me what you got. Oh.
See that?
Yeah.
It's a Pennsylvania and Reading.
Oh my God.
Philadelphia and Reading, Pennsylvania railroad lock.
Wow. I've never found a railroad padlock like that. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Now, let me flip it around for you real quick. This mechanism back here that blocks the thing it still has a spring on it. If this thing had a key, it would still freaking work.
Did you clean that or just like lightly clean? You're kidding me.
This is how it came out of the ground.
You know what? That was very nice ground. Right? Well, yeah, I mean, really, like, no, that looks beautiful. Was that in the woods or something?
This was in the woods. Yeah, it was under some leaves.
Yeah.
It's weird because me and two other buddies, we were in the woods and we weren't really finding much. And we hit one little patch. I had a good signal. I dug it up. It was a Liberty Cap large cent, rough shape.
Wow.
And a few feet from that next signal, it was this lock.
Wow. You know what? The woods, The woods is so underestimated. People, people don't go into the woods. The woods doesn't have fertilizer, doesn't have anything like that.
Right.
The leaves and it creates such a great soil, for lack of better word, or lack of anything better, that is so and that's why I said it was nice soil. The soil in the woods is just so wonderful to relics and to coins too. Oh my gosh, wonderful.
Well, sometimes there are some spots around here where I noticed like the mineral, whatever the minerals are in the ground, tend to eat away
Okay,
at the
all right,
coins.
that's true. That's
But
true.
there's other spots where I've had luck like this. Like I'm like in love with this thing. Like I might get this thing tattooed on my body. This design here is so neat to me.
That is that's an incredible find. Like that
Yeah,
right there. That would make my day. Oh my God, that would make my year. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that blew me away.
Craziness. That is craziness. Somebody in the Curiosity Detecting says that is crying worthy.
Wow. Thanks. Appreciate that.
It is. Somebody asked as well. Hoard of the Rings said, Brian, how do you treat old copper coins you dig?
Well, that all depends. If it looks pretty good, I'm very, very careful. Now obviously in the field, you kind of brush it on your leg to try and see what it is. I might hit it with a soft toothbrush to check it out.
Mhm.
When I get home, depending on how it's looking. Well, there was one coin I dug up in New Jersey. It was an 1813 large cent, and you could make out the detail on it, but it looked like it was just crustified on the top. So I did some research, and apparently there's a technique with hydrogen peroxide.
Oh.
And the coin in the condition it was that I dug it up, it would have been worthless. But what I did, you heat up the hydrogen peroxide for a few seconds, drop the coin in, and it creates this. Don't breathe the stuff in; it's not good for you. And you can't don't use industrial. I'm not giving anybody any ideas here. I'm gonna blow up your house or something.
Yeah.
But this thing came out beautiful just from being in the hydrogen peroxide like that.
Really?
Again, if it looks like, you know what I mean, if it looks like there's no value to it, then maybe try that out and see if it does something. But if it's like a nice looking coin, I wouldn't risk doing that, because it does darken up the coin.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to put like Vaseline or something on it to keep it moist, because it dries it out and darkens it. But I was actually able to save that coin, the details on it.
Wow. So I just want to say that the opinions expressed by the Creek Geek are those of the Creek Geek. Exactly. I mean, bottom line is it is your coin. If you want to, when you dig up a coin, people rub silver all the time. You know what? That's their coin. That's their business. We're not here to judge. My goodness, far from that. It's your coin. But perhaps a little research into if it's a key date or anything like that, or a very high value coin, you might want to think twice. But the bottom line, it's your coin. You want to do that? Go ahead. I just want to say that, you hear all these things. Oh, people, methods. And I had somebody say something about cooking something in the oven and stuff. I tried that. Absolutely ruined my coin. But caveat emptor. Let the buyer beware. This is just, Brian's just telling you what worked for him may or may not work for you. I
don't do that with every coin. Like I said, at that particular one, it looked like there was detail underneath the crustification there, and I took a gamble and it worked out. It doesn't always work out.
Lucky Duck Digger says, don't rub the coin in your head every time. Exactly. You hear people saying, don't rub it, but then sometimes you're just like, I want to know what the year is on that coin.
Well, see, like I didn't know, like when I was kind of like new to the whole, like I've never found a super rare old coin up to this point. When I found an 1805 quarter, man, I rubbed it because I didn't know what it was. It looked like a copper coin at first because of the dirt on it. Man, people just tore me apart in the comments when I posted that video. They were just, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Because I rubbed it to look at it. I didn't know what I had.
Then again, it's your coin. You know what? Go right ahead. I mean, really, what's really your coin?
So can I show my favorite non-metal detecting find yet?
Oh my God, no! Let me pop you up on the big screen here. All right, you got the big screen out to yourself.
You know what I'm doing. You already know.
I'll pretend like. Oh my goodness.
Now, when you find something like that you've been looking for a while, and you kind of sometimes you might lose it. I lost it for this one. I can't go somewhere on a chat and then not show this thing.
Wow. And that is for those people that don't know what that is. I'll let you tell them.
That is it's a full groove axe head. This was worked by ancient man.
Wow.
And made into a tool, likely used to work on wood, and possibly in battle. Who knows?
I would think in battle, probably, yeah, a little saber-toothed tiger got a kabump on it.
Yeah, it's possible.
Wow.
That's my number one. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, how old what's your research say that's possible? Possible. I mean, we're not archaeologists, but.
Again, I'm not an expert by any means, but based upon the research that I've done, it was crafted probably shortly after the last ice age.
Jeez.
Which that's when they started making more permanent structures and crafting bigger things with wood. So that would the oldest it could be 6,000 years before Christ.
Man.
Yeah. In Pennsylvania, mind you. Pennsylvania.
Pop that up there. Pop that up there again. Pop that up there. Show us again. That's crazy. Somebody said that Fred Flintstone chopped wood with that axe. That's crazy. And tell us where you found it, how you found it. Tell us the story of you finding that.
Okay, so it was January of last year when I found this piece. It was actually fairly mild. I was heading to a spot where a buddy of mine had recently passed away. He did a lot of digging. I was never really into digging, but a few times at his spot where he dug after a rain, you could go and actually find stuff, in the dirt from where he dug.
Oh, so is this
rain washing things off?
Is this a field?
It's in the woods. It's a spot he was digging in the woods to dig up artifacts.
Okay, all right.
Like I said, I never had a whole lot of luck, but I wanted to meander in there and see if I could find something. So I spent hours all day in the rain trying to find something. Didn't find much. Found a little bit of a broken point. A few days later, I decided to go metal detecting in my farm field permission. I was metal detecting in the farm, and the edge of the field, there's houses, and the one house, the lady always lets her dog out loose, and the dog, of course, rah, rah, barking, carrying on. So it pushed me deeper into the field, and I ended up in an area where the rain from the days prior had washed all the rocks and everything out, and it was just sitting there right on top of the dirt, just right in the face.
Wow.
And like I said, it kind of felt like it was almost like a gift from my friend or something, or like I see you trying hard to you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You know what? Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes stuff happens.
The universe is how I put it. It was just like the universe. It works in mysterious ways. Yes.
Exactly. Brian, do you dabble in any other forms of treasure hunting? Like, have you tried magnet fishing or bottle? I think you mentioned bottles.
Well, I actually bought a cheapo magnet a few years back. I think I threw it in somewhere once or twice. I've never really gotten into it. I have a few spots I want to hit, but I want to invest in a better magnet.
Okay.
The bottle dumps and stuff I do.
Yeah.
I find marbles and bottles, and I find that stuff all the time. That's a big one for me.
Now, is there a particular coin? Because you said you like the coins. Is there a coin that has eluded you just haven't found, but you hope to find?
Oh yeah. Well, obviously, probably like everyone on the planet, I'd like to find a gold coin. But the one that I feel like everyone around me finds, I don't know if have you ever heard, who Philip the Knox is? You ever heard that name, Philip the Knox?
No.
Well, he metal detects for a while he was on Metal Detecting NYC's channel with Merrill.
Oh, okay.
And actually, at one point, I got together with both of them, and we went on a couple of hunts together. Well, me and Phil we're buddies, so sometimes we go out and do stuff together. But we all met up, and we're on a permission. And 30 feet away from me, he yells, "Hey, check this out!" And I go over, and he has a giant Spanish silver coin he just pulled out of the ground like 30
Get
feet from me.
out.
Yeah, that's my white whale right there. I cannot find a Spanish silver coin to save my life, and I feel like everyone
Really?
around me keeps finding them, and I just no matter
Well,
what I do, I can't find it.
you know what? Maybe karma's gonna make you find that coin one day.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Do you belong to any metal detecting clubs or anything around you? Anything like that?
I'm a member of the Boyertown Relic Recovery Club, Boyertown, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
It's run by Robert Thiessen. He's the guy who runs the coming out swinging events.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. How can kind of wrapping things up here today? How can people stay aware or follow your treasure hunting? Like, do you have social media links, or where can they follow you?
Well, obviously here YouTube, it's at Creek Geek. I'm on Instagram. It's @_ Creek Geek. And then I'm on Facebook too. It's Creek X Geek.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Good stuff. I don't know why it's been this long for me to get, well, probably because I didn't stream for a year, but I am so very happy that you joined me today, and that wow, you know what, just seeing that axe is just that's just incredible. And you said you had that on video, correct?
I did. Yeah, that's
is that where you cried or almost cried?
Yes, that's where I almost cried. I was about to lose it. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm videoing this. Together.
so they can see that on your YouTube channel.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Yep. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for inviting me out. This has been a long time coming. Like I went on the what was it, Treasure Talk with you, but
yeah,
I should have been on this a long time ago. So thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Right on. So everybody check out his channel. I have it pinned as a pinned comment. Check out Brian's channel and watch a couple videos. Do you do shorts?
I do.
You can, if you don't have much time, watch some of his shorts, give them a like and leave a little comment. And then after you subscribe, that way YouTube won't kick you out and think that you're a bot or anything like that. So yeah, right on. Brian.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate that.